your painkillers, not vitamins point, I think is so important because, I talk to a lot of people right now, and we're gathering a lot of data, and people are really confusing predictions with preferences with facts. So people are making a lot of predictions right now about, the world is going to be like this when we're all through this. And they're really just preferences. They're not based on any kind of data or facts. And I think that confusing vitamins with painkillers, I just see that going on a lot right now.
Yes.
As we move through this. Just on the social venturing theme, another resource for our listeners is Jim Thompson and Ian McMillan, some years back, wrote a really great book called The Social Entrepreneur's Playbook. And what they do in that book, and this will be familiar to you, David, they take the technique of discovery-driven planning, but they apply it to social ventures, where their definition of social ventures is, a business that's got to produce profits, but it's also got to produce a social outcome. And so they do things like, if you're going to increase the amount of chicken feed in a farm in Nigeria, how do you do that in a way that allows the venture to be self-sustaining, but also solves the problem of, say, chicken population or chicken nutrition or something. So it's called The Social Entrepreneur's Playbook. And then there's an HBR article that goes with it, which is called How to Make Social Ventures Really Work. So those are some resources I can recommend. And if you didn't catch it, just write me and I'll catch up with you again. So another question from our listeners is, what do you think will stick? Like the consumer behavior has been really kind of upended in a lot of ways, and in a lot of ways not. And I hear pundits and experts saying, don't be ridiculous. When this is all behind us, we're just going to go back to business as usual. And then the other extreme is, no, everything's up for grabs. It's all going to change. And I just wonder what, in your view, are some things that we might keep with us after this sort of moment is past?
That's a great question. I think you said before, habits form between 30 and 67 days, right? So I'd be in the hunt for habits in big new needs is one way to think about that. Though those are where some of those answers live. But also I think it's important to go back to just first principles. Like what's true about being human? What's true about what we value with all the noise? All the noise has been stripped away. But what are the needs? The needs for connection, the needs for community, the needs for self-care, the needs for experience are going to change, right? I think if I were to predict anything that I believe to be true, I think those valuing of those things, experience over things, will be even more reinforced. But also hyper-local. Hyper-local is going to be a huge part of the way we think about value. And the painkiller versus vitamins are just is the quality of the answers to those questions, I think, is underneath it all. Like, how good is my self-care? How good is my mental health? How good is my relationships? How good, if my time, energy, and money are direct reflection of what I value, do I like that truth? And we have time right now to sit back and look at our budgets and look at our forecasting, look at our time and our energy. And, there's this, Bezos talks about this regret minimization framework about, if we look back in his life, what would he regret not doing? And I'd just say, what would be your regret minimization framework for this moment? Like, and we are absolutely locked down for a minimum of 30 more days, at least in this area of the country. And we're 60 days, I'll just speak personally and more vulnerably. I've sat in my office just like this for 12, 14-hour days. And because things are so busy and so urgent and so exciting. Like I'm more conviction, more bullishness on our future than ever before. But I'm also looking back and I'm asking, like, I have 3 beautiful sons. Like, do I want that time, that month, to be as valuable to them as it is to me? So I think we have a chance to say, really, what do you want to do with it? And I don't need to come out fitter, smarter, faster, but I can control my time.